I'm Ian Bryant, your host, your analyst, and your play-by-play, bringing you the action live. We're back to the pitch. San Diego dumping it into the Dynamite zone, headed out by John Mollet. John Mollet plays it out to Mark Cromie. John Mollet now with the ball at half line, plays it into Jay Hamilton. Jay Hamilton to Mark Cromie. Mark Cromie with speed at half line. Shot there that's gone wide and blocked, actually, by the San Diego player. Garth Archibald collects and plays it out of the zone to Medina. Medina pulls it back, plays it back to Swift, who looks to O'Connor. O'Connor receiving and playing it up the field. Got a little too much height on that. Hit the ceiling. That'll go to the top of the arc for Denver Dynamite. A nice opportunity here. Tony Thomas, as usual, lining up over the ball. To his left, Josh Fallon. To his right, Chad Pearson. Chad Pearson logging a lot of time here. Tony Thomas attempting to copy Paul Wright's attempt, but that's gone wide. Jose Roberto now with the ball in the Dynamite zone. Shot that's gone wide. Oh, when a screaming Aaron Susi came in, but unable to bury that one. Jose Roberto now with the ball again in the Dynamite zone. Jose Roberto continues with the ball, playing it, dribbling it backwards to half line, where he plays it back to Swift. Swift now with the ball, playing it out to Jose Roberto. Jose Roberto back to Swift. Swift controls. Not a lot of high pressure being played, just like we talked about at halftime rather. Played into the waiting Aaron Susi, who steps in, receives that ball in the corner. Aaron Susi puts that across, deflected off of Josh Fallon, it looked like, into the Dynamite zone. So a goal there. And the Dynamite have fallen to 4 goals to 9 by the visiting San Diego Sockers. Certainly no evidence of the altitude or travel affecting San Diego at this point. John Mollet backing it in. Played it across to number 15 for San Diego, across to Paul Wright, who loses the ball. Tony Thomas steals. Tony Thomas playing it into Tony Avery. Tony Avery loses that one as number 18 for San Diego, Scott Martin, steps up to win it. A tough tackle at half line on Tony Avery there, and Medina is away with the ball. An attempted slide tackle by John Mollet. He collects the ball. Zube now has it in his arms, throws it out to Tony Thomas. Tony Thomas playing it across to John Mollet. John Mollet with a shot. That's gone wide. And Tony Thomas collects with another shot, gone wide. O'Connor collects at the top of the key for San Diego. Looking up, plays it all the way back to Swift, who clears the zone. A high kick there from Jimmy Wade to intercept back into the San Diego zone. But Scott Martin for the San Diego Sockers collects and plays it in. Number 10 for San Diego dribbling it in. Garth Archibald now with a shot that's gone off a Denver Dynamite player into the roof. So it looks like it will go to the top of the arc for San Diego. Again, I encourage our listeners, reach out if you have comments, you have questions. My email address, Ian, IAINB, at rmarsenal.com. Paul Wright at the top of the key, playing it over to the San Diego waiting player. Muffed that shot, and it's dribbled all the way back to half line. Paul Wright collects. Paul Wright, the veteran indoor player, 40-plus years old, but you wouldn't know it from the way he runs. Swift plays that one back into the Denver Dynamite zone for the waiting Medina. John Mollet playing tough defense. Scott Martin with the shot there. It's gone wide. Collected by San Diego, playing it all the way back to their goalie, Swift, who plays it out wide to O'Connor. O'Connor dumping it in to the waiting number 12 for San Diego in the corner. Tough pressure there by John Mollet, who plays it over to Jimmy Wade. Jimmy Wade now with the ball, bring it up to half line. Jimmy Wade pulls it back, slowing it down as Dynamite gets in a line change. You got Josh Fallon now with the ball at half line. It was laid off to him. Jay Hamilton receives his pass. Jay Hamilton in the corner with real pressure there from San Diego. Ref got in the way, and the San Diego Sockers inherit the ball and bring it down. They slide it past Chad Pearson into the corner. Jay Hamilton giving pressure down there to Aaron Susi. The ball almost stripped there, but Aaron continues to hold on. Again, San Diego look all the way back to their keeper, Swift, who lays it off to Paul Wright. Paul Wright in his own zone, looks up the field, playing it in. Jay Hamilton applying pressure. No call there, even though San Diego was looking for it. Chad Pearson collects in his own zone. A tough shove there by the San Diego player on Chad Pearson. It looks like it will result in a call, certainly, but for who, I'm not sure. Looks like that'll be against San Diego. Out of their own zone, Dynamite will have this kick. It looks like Chad Pearson will be on the ball for Dynamite in their own zone, playing it across to Josh Fallon. Josh Fallon now with the ball. Plays it across to the running James McMonagle, intercepted by Aaron Susi. Aaron Susi plays that up. Chad Pearson intercepts. Chad rips that ball in. That's off of a San Diego player back into the Dynamite zone. And that marks the end of the third quarter. One more quarter of action to go here. The score, 9 for San Diego, 4 for your Denver Dynamite.